Alright, I'm back, everybody. Sorry for the weird cut right there, but this is actually a brand new day. No, I did not magically just change shirts. Yeah, this is the next day, and we're going to continue on. So, Ubuntu finished installing. When it's done, it'll say something like, you can get a message, you can continue evaluating if you want, but you need to restart to make changes. Just click restart, take the CD out, and let the computer boot up normally. And then, so that's what I'm doing now, I'm letting it boot. Hold on just a moment, I'm going to cut the boot process here. Alright, so we're all booted in. We're going to go ahead and log in, and please don't tell me I forgot my password. No, I didn't. My super secret password. No, not really. This is a password I've never used before, so I guess it is super secret because I almost forgot it. You know a password's secure when you can't even remember it. Alright, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this. And for you, VMware or VirtualBox does a similar thing. I'm going to go over the VMware process right now. If you want it to fill the screen and have additional drivers to support being a virtual machine, you're going to want to install under Player, install VMware Tools. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. See if it'll cooperate with us. Got a bit of a freeze there. There we go. Alright, so we have this lovely tar file. No, we're not going to install updates right now. We'll do that later. Alright, so what I'm going to do is move this from the virtual CD. There is no actual CD in the drive, but the virtual machine thinks there is. That's all that matters. And then you're going to right click, and you can go to extract here. If you're a command line junkie like me, you can open up a terminal, go to desktop, there it is, and we're going to do a tar command. So as you can see, it's VMware Tools blah 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 tar.gz. Okay, xzvf VM Tools, like that. Don't ask me what all those flags do. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't ask me what those flags do, but I know that will extract a tar.gz or gzipped file. So I'll let that do its thing. It'll take a minute here. But if you'd rather use the GUI, that's fine too. Move. I need you to move. Thank you. You can just go right click, extract here, and that's going to be another compressed file, so you'll have to, on that file, right click and then extract here again, and then you get the folder that I have here. Which is why I did it via the command line, because it's just easier. And what? Why are you acting all wonky? Come on now. Get up there. Alright, fine, we'll do it that way. Okay, good. Let's see. ls is to list your files. I'm going to be going over a lot of commands pretty quickly, and I will try to cover them all. No guarantees though. Oh. So that lists the files in the current directory. We're going to go ahead and clear all that nonsense out. So just to do that, just type clear. You get a fresh terminal. But if you were to mouse scroll up, all it's really doing is going, it's hitting enter a bunch of times until it gets to there. So you still have that input if you need to go back for reference, but you get a nice clean terminal. Alright, now we need to, excuse me there, cd, which means change directory, VMware tools, distrib, and so that just, it's like double clicking on a folder essentially. ls again, so we can find out what's in here. Alright, these green files are executable if you see them in the terminal like that. So to run an executable, you just hit period, slash or / as some people call it, VMware install.pl. Oh, we need to be root. Okay, try it again. Oh, please rerun as super user. Yes, I am just losing it. So to do that, you just type a sudo before that, and instead of typing in that command again, that's not very much, but sometimes you'll do a big old long command and then you find you need to do sudo. Hang on. Alright, we are back. Phone rang there. I had to grab it. So yeah, instead of typing all that in again, just type in sudo and exclamation point, or bang bang, as it's referred to. Sudo bang bang. I just love how that sounds. Sudo bang bang. Anyway, and then it's going to ask for our password. There we go. Alright, and the defaults here will be fine. Yeah, just keep hitting enter. There's probably a way I could have added a flag to that to make it do the defaults, but I didn't read the help on it before I did. I just dove head first. Head in. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Yes, and for those of you wondering, this is a Marvel mug. I know that's very important. But we've got the Hulk and Hawkeye and Thing and Spider-Man and Wolverine. Marvel heroes. Oh yeah. Alright. Yes. Yes. Sorry about the wait, folks, but if you've been in this biz any time at all, you'll know that half or more of your time is spent just waiting for things. No, we don't want that. No. There you go. Now it's making it. Usually you'd have to invoke these commands by yourself, but they were nice enough and built it into the script to do it for you, which is kind of cool of them. I mean, it's not a big deal to run a make command, but it's just kind of nice that they did that. Yes. More. Yes. Nope. Yes. So yeah, I'm just hitting enter, enter, enter. So you can do the same if you're following along with me. And for those of you who are not using VMware, I am so sorry. You're probably going to want to have skipped ahead, or you probably will have skipped ahead already. Either that, or you're just sticking around for my charming personality. Alright, so we are all done. We're going to go ahead and reboot. So sudo reboot will reboot the computer from the command line. Alternately, you can go to that little gear in the upper right hand corner, which is not there right now because we're rebooting, and click shutdown and do it that way. Or you can just hit the power button on your computer and hit shutdown. Yeah. So we're just waiting for it to boot back up again. I might cut this again for you if I can. Oh, I don't need to. Never mind. Okay. Yummy pickles. Oh no, I gave away my super secret password. No, that's not the normal password I use. Like I said, VirtualBox is just a nice little sandbox for me to use to test things. And I will show you how to change your password. So if you accidentally let it slip like I did just now, and you want to change it so no super spy hacker anonymous blankety blobbity bloops get into your computer, I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so we're in. Let me just see if I can get this to go full screen now. Yes, I think it will. Fantastic. And we're just going to go like that. Full screen. Don't want that. Alright, so now it looks like we're in a normal computer. There's no black border. It's just all there for us. Okay. So we've finally got set up. Now if you have a wireless network, you're going to want to... Here, let me disconnect so I can show you what the icon looks like normally. It'll be this little wedge shape here. Just click on that and try to find your wireless connection in, type in your Wi-Fi password, you know, all that stuff, and you should have a Wi-Fi password, and it should be WPA2. So there. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and connect back to my wired network. There we go. So that's your networking. There's the little gear I was talking about. You have your shutdown here. You also have your system settings, displays, startup applications. This stuff wasn't added until the last year or two, so that's kind of nice that they put that in there. Normally you'd have this used to use the GNOME 2 desktop, which I kind of like better, but I've learned to love Unity. It's taken me a while. It's been a long, painful road, but I finally learned to appreciate it. So in Unity, that's the display manager that Ubuntu uses. You get this little sidebar here with all, well, not all your applications, but some of your applications. It's kind of like the Windows taskbar that lies on the bottom. You can pin things to it and all that kind of stuff. But I happen to prefer the Chrome browser, so we're gonna get online and do that. And there is this software center here, but I do not believe Chrome is in that. So let's check real quick though before we install it. Coffee. Okay. I have not played this. Okay. That looks kind of fun though. What am I looking at? Oh, Google Chrome. That's right. Nope. It does have some Android stuff, but it looks looks like it's in Dutch. I mean, German. Deutsch is German. Or, yeah, anyway. Look at me, the guy who doesn't know anything. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close. Well, no, we're just going to minimize that because we'll probably come back to that. Alright, so to install packages that are not in your the Google or the Ubuntu store. So in this case, it's going to be chrome.google.com. And then we're going to go download Chrome. And this is 32-bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so it's downloaded. It's in our downloads folder. Now there are two ways you can download this. You can go to your home folder, downloads, and you can double click and it will open back up the software center, not the store, as I incorrectly stated earlier. Come on, let's go. Okay. It's awfully sluggish. It's not usually like this. Come on now. Snap to the side. Thank you. Move it over here. No. Okay. Open with Ubuntu Software Center. Now please. Open. Yeah, Ubuntu Software Center is known for kind of being sluggish and slow, so I tend to not use it all that often. And then you just click install, it'll ask for your password and stuff like that. If you'd rather just circumvent that process entirely, you can open up your command line. And there's probably a way you can install this via dpackage, but I can't recall off the top of my head how to do that. So we're going to need a program called... Oh, and this is how you install programs that are in the Ubuntu software repositories, but you don't have to use the software center to do it. So sudo apt-get install what is it? gdebi. And there are three packages. We want the core. We'll do the. We'll just do it all. Well, no, because we don't want the KDE. So gdebi as well. All right. Let's see if it'll. You're supposed to run an update before this, but let me see. Oh, that's not the right password. Alright, we're going to let that do its thing. And it's going to download files and, you know, just install it for you. Okay. So the update command I was saying before is sudo apt-get update, and that just refreshes the list of, these are all places you can get software from. So you can see all these get HTTP packages. Yeah. Translation indexes, universe sources, main sources, restricted sources, all that fun stuff. Alright, I'm going to clear again. There we go. Oh, that's how you change workplaces. Control, Alt, and arrow will change the workspace you're on. Control, Alt, and then if you add a shift to that, you can take the current window you're using and move it to another workspace, which is handy. I like using multiple workspaces when I'm doing mainly coding projects or HTML. I can have like the web page down here, my code up here, so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth between them. Let's see. Alright, so we've got GW installed, so now we need to go CD downloads. Alright, I'm back. I had a visitor drop by, so we're going to continue on this process. Alright, so where were we? GW. Yeah, that's what we need. GW, and then just start typing in Google-Chrome-stable. You don't have to type all that in, just start typing and hit tab, and the computer will be smart enough to know where you're going, and it will fill in the rest for you. There we go. It's going to ask me for my password. Yeah. So again, sudo bang bang. Yes. Alright. Let it do its thing. Hold on. Wow. This is the recorder's curse. Every time you try to sit down to record, for some reason everybody wants to talk to you. It's just weird how that works. Alright, so it's still going, it's setting up. So not much has happened. Not much has happened since I cut the video. So there we go. It's done. So now you'll notice it is not in the left side here. So we're just gonna click this, and this also takes forever. Okay, and there you go. Google Chrome. Bada boom, bada bang, bada bingity boom, baka baka tuka taka baka. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so that's gonna launch eventually, one of these days. There we go. Yes, I do want to make Google Chrome the default browser. No, I do not want to send usage stats crash reports. So you'll notice it is in the taskbar now, but if I were to close this window, it would disappear because it's set not locked. Same as Windows. So you're going to right click, go to, and then just click lock the launcher, and then you can just move this wherever you want. I'm going to move this right under the directory icon there, and there we go. We have a couple packages installed. Kind of have a feel for the interface, and yeah, I mean, the rest of this stuff you can fiddle with. You have your system settings here, Ubuntu 1, which I hardly ever use, so I'm going to just unlock that. But yeah, in your system settings you've got all kinds of stuff. Now for your Wi-Fi, you're probably going to need to get some additional drivers, especially if you have a Dell with a Broadcom chip. Every Dell that I've had or that I've worked on using Ubuntu needs a some kind of software or some kind of driver. So I'm going to let that do that. I'm not going to have any drivers, I don't think, because yeah, see the virtual machine and this, I've already installed it. I could install this too, but I think it's the same pretty much thing. Same pretty much thing. Wow, good English. Yeah, sure, we'll activate it. Why the heck not? That way I can show you what happens. So we're going to do that. Alright, while that's doing that, we're going to open up another terminal real quick. I was going to end the video off there, but then I remembered something that I said I was going to cover and I didn't, which is changing your password. So if for some reason you let slip that your password is yummy pickles or something like that, and you want to make sure nobody can hack into your computer and do all sorts of awful crazy things, to change your password, just type in PASSWD, not password, passwd. Okay? So it's going to ask for your current password, and then a new password. Let's see. Okay. There we go. So our password's been updated successfully. One thing to note, one thing that a lot of people get hung up on, let me just, if I can type, one thing a lot of people get hung up on is when you're typing in a password. See, I'm typing here, but nothing's coming in on the screen. They say, well, shouldn't there be some asterisks or something? No, not in the terminal. It will not display any feedback at all when you're typing in your password. It's a security measure, so it doesn't log your password. Close, go away. Close, go away. Okay. You can also change your password from the user accounts, but I'm trying to show a kind of broad Linux approach where if you're on a different platform or a different distribution, you can do most of the same thing you can do here if you have a little bit of terminal know-how. So, but yeah, so there's no feedback when you type in your password here, or type your password in this field. So, you'll just kind of have to type and trust that you're putting in the right amount of characters, the right password, and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't take much to get used to it all. Let's say you just typed in a bunch of gobbledygook, bloopers, like I just did here, and you want to erase it. You just hit Control and U on your keyboard, and that will erase everything you've done up to that point. And then you can just type in your password here. Oh my, did I just literally forget my password from 2 minutes ago? Oh, that's right. I remember the first part of it. Alright, and there you go. You have holding. That Control U trick will also work if you've typed in a bunch of stuff and you decide you don't want to run that command. You just hit Control U, Shazam, it's gone. If you want a list of all the commands you've run thus far, you can type in history. Now I'm in the root user, so this is giving me the commands I've run as root. Now if I were to exit, which gets out of that particular user bash session. That's the name of the shell we're using. A shell is the platform from which we can execute commands and things like that. If I were to type exit again, it would close the terminal because I have closed out of all shells. Okay, so let's run history again, and you'll see I have a lot more commands. Because I've run different commands as J and other commands as root. So you'll get a list of history for each one. And let's say, oh no, I did something and I don't want other people to see the command I've run because, not that you'd ever do anything nefarious, right? Right? Okay. You or let's say you had to type in a password for wget to download a file from a website. You can type in history-c, and then if you type in history again, it shows that the only command you've run is history. Kind of cool. Alternately, if you put a space before the command you're going to run and type in, let's say, ls, and then we're going to invoke history again, there is no entry for ls. If you put that space before the command, you get no, it does not get recorded to your history, which is kind of cool. Okay, for now, that's all I can think of. I know there's a lot more, but I'm going to have to chop this video up a bunch as it is. So, I'll be back later with some more commands and stuff. Oh, excuse me, stuff like that. So, until next time, this is Jason, signing off. Seriously, I'm leaving.